Welcome to all of you, and today we are going to discuss lecture 5. And in this lecture, we will cover the topic cytoskeleton. Okay, so come on the first slide. In this slide, I have discussed that it is a network of protein filaments that extend throughout the cytoplasm. Okay, so here a network, it is like a thread-like structure, and the composition is protein. Okay, so it is the protein filaments. Okay, and it is distributed throughout the cytoplasm. Okay, so that's why it gives the strength to the cell membrane. Okay, or you can say cell. Okay, so it anchored to the plasma membrane. Okay, and it is dynamic structure. Okay, dynamic structure, it can move from one place to another. Okay, so it is the composition. If you see, means elements, elemental composition. Okay, so three types of filamentous proteins. One is microtubules, and second one is intermediate filaments, and third one is microfilaments. Okay, so three types of filaments form the cytoskeleton. Okay, so the next one is provide the shape to the cells and acts as internal framework, helps in uptake of material into the cell. Okay, so all the network is distributed, are interconnected near the cell, or okay, nearest cell you can say, and by which they can uptake the materials into the cell. Okay, from other cell. Okay, so helps in internal movement of cell organelles. Okay, it also helps for uh, uh, internal movement of the cell. Okay, organelles. Okay, so actually these since it is network like protein filaments, so that's why all the organs can be moved. Okay, so this point explain this. Okay, and it also involves the cell division. Okay, so it is the some important points regarding the cytoskeleton. Okay, so from this slide, if you see, the question can be arised that the nature of cytoskeleton is. Okay, so the option will be the proteinaceous. Okay, and the second question can be asked that what is the function of cytoskeleton? Then it anchored to the plasma membrane. Okay, and it is done. And the third question can be asked that the composition of cytoskeleton. So it is made up of microtubules, intermediate filaments, and microfilaments. Okay, so three types of elements form the cytoskeleton. Okay, so these, and the last question can be arises in the competitive exams that it cytoskeletal help in. Okay, so the correct correct one is the cell division. Okay, so it also involves in the cell division. Okay, so this is the slide I have mentioned and explained all the points, and also I discussed the some important questions regarding this slide. Okay, so the next one is we will discuss one by one. First of all, we will discuss the microfilaments. Okay, so you can see that this one is the structure of microfilaments, and it is a long, hollow, unbranched, polar cylindrical like structure which is made up of proteins. Okay, and these proteins may be tubulin. Okay, and tubulin is two type, one is alpha and other is beta. Okay, so it is also proteinaceous in nature, and the protein's name is tubulin, which is further divided into alpha and beta. Okay, so the largest of cytoskeletal components. Okay, so it is the largest cytoskeletal components. Okay, so three types of component form the cytoskeletal, and microfilament is the largest one. Okay, the major component of axons and dendrites. Okay, so microfilaments, the major component is axons and dendrites. Okay, so axons and dendrites, it also present in the nuts. Okay, so next one is we will discuss the microtubules. Okay, so microtubules, the function of microtubules help in structural support and maintain the shape to the cells. Okay, helps in movement of organelles. Okay, secretory vesicles and exocytosis. Okay, formation function of mitotic spindles, movement of cilia and flagella, and some disorder also arises from that primary like that, such as primary ciliary dyskinesia. Okay, so it is associated actually from ciliary dysfunction, and clinical effect is recurrent upper and lower respiratory tract infections. Okay, so the next one, the remaining is intermediate filaments, and it is made up of polymer of long rod-like proteins. Okay, three filaments are thicker. Okay, actually these filaments are thicker than microfilaments, but thinner than microtubules. Okay, made up of keratin, desmin, and neurofilaments. Okay, so if you see the functions of this intermediate filament, then it provides the mechanical support to the cells, help in intercellular attachment, provide strength and rigidity to the nerves, or you can say neurons, major structural load in skin and hair cells. Okay, so it is all about regarding the cytoskeletal. Okay, so actually in second and third slide, if you see this one, microfilaments, microtubules, and intermediate filaments. So some question can be arise from this part, that one is microfilament is made up of fish protein. Okay, then this protein is type of tube, means you can say tubulin proteins. Okay, and the next question can be arise that largest part of cytoskeletal, then microfilaments is the largest part of the cytoskeleton. Okay, and it is made, the next question can be also arises that it is made of axons and dendrites. Okay, so it is the some questions which can be asked from this slide. The next one is intermediate filaments. So it is actually the question can be asked that what is the composition of intermediate filaments of cytoskeleton. Okay, then the composition is keratin, desmin, and neurofilaments. Okay, so these question can be arise from this part, and before going to jump, please see very carefully these slides, and mind it that these type of question can be arise. Okay, so please watch concentrately, and before going to jump, please see carefully these slides. Okay, so from this slide you can get important question from that. Okay, so thank you for all, and if you are newer in channel, then please like and subscribe this channel. Okay, so thank you for all. Okay.